on the anonymous accounts, I guess. But regardless, the fact that I talked to him and there's things that he acknowledges that he did do, that's very disturbing to me. I've said on Twitter already that I think it's disgusting and I don't approve of it. Um, we had no idea. Well, I'm not gonna say we. I'm just gonna speak for myself. I had no idea. I know we make a lot of jokes about Paco on Second Channel, and we kind of treat him like he is a disgusting guy. But I never thought it was anything more than a joke. You know what I mean? And that's the part that's even like messes with me even more because it's like, is it? Should we have seen this? You know what I mean? Like we did make the jokes that he's disgusting because he does disgusting things, but we never thought it was real. Like it wasn't like a. I don't know. I just never felt like it was anything more than him trying to make people laugh. But after reading that stuff and the fact that he's acknowledging that it did happen that way, so I'm turning off classical because it's a little too happy for this mood. It's very disturbing to read, man. I was pissed. I was really upset, and like I've talked to Derek, and before we got to Paco reached out, I was pissed, man, reading that stuff. It was very upsetting. I got really mad. I called him. I didn't yell, but I was very upset. I was like, "You need to say something, dude. Like you have to put a statement out. You got to tell me if this is not true, I can get behind you. Like if this is not true, you need to deny it and I will support you 100%." But he said, there's some stuff that's not true and some stuff is, and I can't, and I told him, well, I can't support you, bro. Like this is disgusting. Like this is not what I'm for. Anyway, if you guys want to look more into it, because it's really not my story to tell, you should look into, it's easy to find, honestly. And it just puts us in a weird situation. But going back to where we are related, because obviously you guys know that Paco and we've been working together for a long time. He's not working. For one, we're not working together. But it's not what people think too. And it sucks that this is the timing that this has to happen. Because it's not related. It wasn't at first. I did not fire Paco over this because we were already not working together. People don't know this, but like we had our last shoot together last week because I said I was going to be taking a break indefinitely. I know that you guys know that. I didn't announce it on YouTube or anything, but you guys know that because I've been here every day, so how could I be making videos, right? But we were already not working together before this happened. So the timing really sucks because now it looks like, oh, I'm stopping YouTube temporarily because of this situation, but that's not the case. Like it's just unfortunate timing. But we had our last shoot like over a week ago. So in addition to Paco not working with Paco, none of the guys are really working. So including like whoever asked about Derek and Greg and them, like we're still friends, but we're not doing YouTube. A lot of you who've been here for the past month and a half or so, you know that that's kind of been the path, and I've already been taking that break. But for the most part, it sucks that I have to say it here like this in this situation. I kind of wish I announced it last week, but now I feel like I have to because at the same time I wasn't planning for this. I didn't know any of this was going to happen, you know what I mean? And it's just very unfortunate timing. It's a shitty situation. I'm still struggling with it because like I know with the way the social climate is right now, everybody wants me to instantly hate the guy and cancel him. I've never been a big fan of cancel culture. I think people deserve to suffer for doing shit like that, but I don't think it means their life is over. And I think he needs to learn from it. I think he's already apologized, but he needs to learn from it. I think for the most part, I would say there's a lot of things I'm struggling with personally because it's hard to just as much as I disagree with the stuff that he's done and the stuff he at least admitted to, it's really hard for me to just instantly dump a friend. You know what I mean? So there's a part of me that really wants to make sure he's okay, and make sure that he's, I mean, he's got to be, even, he's still human. He's done some very disturbing things, but he's still human, and he's still somebody I've known for I don't know how many years. It's such a weird scenario. Like, obviously I'm upset with him. I think he needs to learn shit. I told him that. He knows how mad I was about it, and he knows how disgusting I think it is, but at the same time, he's still my friend. Like, it's hard to just, like, throw all that out. It just happens so quickly. Like, I still don't even have time to digest it. But, like, at the same time, I have to say something, because if not, there's all this pressure online to talk about it when you don't even have time to to digest it. So this is where I stand now. I'm not saying I'm not saying fuck the guy, like, cancel him. He's a horrible person. This is all news to me. This is not anything that I saw coming, so it's hard for me to even, like, digest what's going on. You guys know how I feel, where I stand, but it is a weird scenario when somebody's that close to you and it comes literally out of nowhere and you didn't see it coming. So that's kind of where I stand. At the same time, I do not believe anyone deserves to be permanently canceled. I think for sure he deserves a lot of the backlash he's getting. But I think the wrong attitude to have is like, oh, this dude did this back. This is very fresh. So I'm not saying this in this scenario, just in general. For example, like the Jimmy Kimmel thing, right? Or other celebrities, or not even celebrities, just people in general. Like, people make mistakes. They do disgusting things. If they're willing to change and be a better person.
How about no?
No.
No way.
Come on, no.
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 Only Discover has no annual fee on any card.
To change and be a better person in the future. I'm not saying, like, I'm not going to go and bring up something from their past. I've said shit that I regret saying on YouTube, and, like, I feel like it's okay to learn from that stuff. I don't think you need to cancel someone forever. I think it's going to take time, just like anything else. But I think we shouldn't be canceling. This cancel culture thing is good in that it's exposing people, but it's really bad in that it's destroying lives. For sometimes, this is not this scenario, but in general, it's destroying lives, sometimes unjustly. Anyway, that's kind of my statement I wanted to make. I'm not trying to defend anything, obviously. I'm just saying this is where I feel, and this is the easy way out, right? Would be if I just jumped on the bandwagon and said, fuck that guy, let's cancel him immediately. I don't feel that way. I think that would be a really fucked up thing to do, even as, fucked up as the shit he did. I think it'd be a really fucked up thing for me to do because it's somebody that I've been around for so long. And it's just a shitty scenario, and it's hard to digest everything when I just found out like 2 days ago, or like, I guess like everybody else, right? But it just sucks that all this current culture not that it's a trend, but like all these, it kind of is it kind of is a trend. But because all these people coming out, I think it's a good thing. At the same time, because it's a trend, it's being overly emotional because it's all happening at once. So I tried to take my time, as long as I could at least, to digest this thing. But I'm still in a foggy, weird scenario. I wasn't reading what you guys were saying, but that's just how I feel. I felt like I had to say something because obviously we're tied together because of the internet. It's a shitty scenario, and like I said, it couldn't come at a weirder and a worse time because I have been doing Twitch and kind of stopping YouTube. It just looks bad. You know what I mean? It looks like this is the reason why. I'm not posting. It has nothing to do with it. I've stopped posting over a month ago. Like, you guys know, if you were here from the beginning, you know that I was doing this for like 2 months. But it was like decided even amongst RHPC, like we've talked about it from months ago, like we can't keep